Then we have transition time before service. Well, we have check-in here. It says at 10:15, and that's where at 10:15, those who were assigned to check-in, they go back out for second service crowd at 10:15, and we have one greeter who comes out front and says, "Hey, parents, you actually pick up your kids in the back." So the parents, while they drop their kids off there in the foyer and they walk down the hall to come in to Elevate to pick them up, they actually go around the building and come around the back doors, and that's where we pick them up. Because all the kids will be behind the red curtain who are just arriving for the second service, and they'll be in front of the red curtain if they've been at that service and they're leaving. So that's how we kind of separate the two services. And you'll see that in the real world the first weekend that you are volunteering. So transition time. That's what happens. There's a large group review that takes place, and that large group review just kind of asks questions, and there's multiple choice answers to what the kids learned that morning at Elevate. And then we do the whole thing over again. And then at the very end, when the kids are leaving, we'll keep one leader with the kids, and then the rest of us will go into another part of the back area and just do a 5-minute quick debrief. And that's just a chance to say, hey, what went well? What are some problem areas? What can we work on for next time? And just a chance to pray and thank God for what He did that morning in the kids' lives. And then you go home, and you go home by 12:15. So you're there 8:30 to 12:15 once a month, and you are effectively changing kids' lives and really influencing them for the gospel and showing them and teaching them the love of the Lord. That is the schedule. If you have any questions, we will talk over all of this that first weekend that you volunteer when you come early. Answer all of these questions. So again, just to review, every Monday, the week that you're scheduled, the Monday before that Sunday where you're scheduled to work, you'll get an email from Tara through Planning Center that says accept or decline, and you'll accept it or decline it, and then you accept it. Then Wednesday you'll get a reminder phone call, and that's only if you didn't accept or decline. So Wednesday comes and we still haven't heard from you. We're going to give you a call and see, hey, did you get that email? What's going on? Are you going to be there? You're not going to be there? Just to let us know, so we can let other people know if you're not going to be there, so we can fill those spots. Always call or email Tara with your schedule changes. Even if you see me at church, call or email Tara. She handles all of that, and more than likely I'll forget. So she's the one who does that. And all the scheduling will be on Planning Center. There's also a link on here to Planning Center's website on this webpage that explains how to use this software online, or this online website, because it's really simple to use as long as you know what you're doing. Because say that you're going to be out of town in 3 weeks, you can tell us in advance, hey, these dates I'm out of town. And so when we go to schedule you, it'll say, they're out of town, don't even try. Don't even send them an email that says accept or decline. So that'll just give us a heads up, and it will enable you to really communicate with us well over email. You can sign up on Planning Center for text messaging if you want to be reminded via text message when you're a day before. Hey, remember tomorrow you're serving. That's all available on there as well. It's all emailed to you. Let me go over the job descriptions. The next thing in this packet is the detailed expectations, and you can just look over those and read those on your own. I don't need to go over them. But the job descriptions I do. The children's director, that's me, and I'm just responsible for running everything. So no big deal, right? And I'm just overseeing everything. Sometimes I'll be in the service, sometimes I'll be in the main service, but that's my job. The administrator is Tara, and she's going to be always usually at check-in and then also in the main service. The Elevate teacher and co-teacher are the two upfront people every week who are doing the skit and the Bible story and all of that up front. So they actually commit for 8 weeks in a row. And if you ever say, hey, I want to do that for 8 weeks, I would like to teach up front and memorize the script, and you have a background, or you think you might be good at acting, and we'd love to have you do that, just let myself or Tara know, and we'll sign you up for that. There's a lot of fun characters that are in there, but it would be for 8 straight weeks. So that's what they do. Service coordinator, that is up for grabs every week. It could be me, it could be Jordan McKenna, it could be a number of other people who have an interest in doing that. And you're like the timekeeper. You're making sure everything happens on time, everything's transitioning well, all the teachers have their materials, all the stuff set up before Elevate and ready to go at the end to be packed up, and that's your job for that morning. So if that interests you, just let us know, and we'd love to train you in that as well, because they're the go-to person that morning. Technical supervisor is in charge of exactly what it sounds like, doing all the technical work with the video and the MP3 player to get that all working well in the large group. Small group teacher is a teacher who is in charge once we get into small groups. So say that you're the kindergarten, first grade teacher for that morning. If that's your assignment, then you would really need to be familiar with the PDF documents ahead of time. So you not only review them at home, but you also say, I'm prepared to explain these to the kids. If you're the small group assistant, we want you to be familiar with them, but you don't have to think through how you're going to present it to the kids because the teacher will do that. So that will change every week. If you prefer not to be a teacher or called teacher, then just let us know. Otherwise, we'll assume that everyone who's volunteering is available to fill that role. And it's an important role. You know, you really have a familiarity. Probably spend about 20 minutes a week for your week going over the lesson. It doesn't require you to bring anything. You don't even have to bring the stuff you print off from the website. We'll have it all here for you. We'll have a box with all the required elements for your activities that morning inside it, with coloring crayons and clipboards for the kids if they're going to be writing stuff. It's all here prepared for you. You just have to be familiar with what you'll be presenting and what you'll be doing. The assistant assists the teacher. Setup and teardown, we kind of all help out with that. There's not much actually to it. Opening activity coordinator is the fancy word for someone who's explaining what the opening activity is to the kids and then walking them through that, and that'll change every week as well. The greeter is to welcome kids and parents and treat them like they are celebrities. We're just excited to see them. Check-in, as we said, checks kids in. Worship facilitator is also one of the jobs of the teacher and co-teacher. That there's 2 songs every week that are played for the 8-week series, the same songs every week, and that teacher and co-teacher knows the motions to the songs, whatever those motions are, and they get up there and do that. There's additional information here. Read over that because it's about our discipline policy, and that's just respecting the leaders. And if a kid's violating that over and over again, we have it. Step 1 is a verbal warning. Step 2 is moving the child next to you or away from the distraction. A lot of times that child would go with the teacher assistant in the small group area. And the third one would be contacting the service coordinator, myself, Jordan, whoever it is, to remove that child. And we would just talk to them and then meet with their parents, talk to their parents about what happened during the service. Dress code, you're going to get a t-shirt and you're going to wear jeans. It's relaxed for that. The bathroom protocol is on there. If you suspect abuse, where to put your check-in sticker, all that wonderful things. All the wonderful things. That's pretty much it for the training. In under 20 minutes, you now know how Elevate operates. I'm sure you're going to have many questions. Review the schedule of how the order of events. Read over all the material. Definitely check out the Planning Center video. You'll be receiving shortly, if you haven't already, a Planning Center email saying, "Welcome to Planning Center." And if you watch this first, you're going to know what it's talking about. If you got that email first, you're going to say spam. But you'll retrieve that, hopefully, and tell us you need us to send it again if you deleted it, and we will. And then you can be involved in the loop with all the emails and all that stuff. So I look forward to having you part of this team. I cannot wait to serve with you, and we will see you that first weekend that you are volunteering. Bye.